We are exposed to stress too often. Our brains were designed for dealing with situations in the savannah and not with the stress that we are exposed to on a daily basis. And what we don't appreciate is that actually makes us very unwell. In our modern lives, we never actually turn off our stress response, and what happens is the switch that turns it off gets damaged. So it's permanently on, and that means that our bodies are always stressed, and that leads to a multitude of problems. I'm particularly interested how that affects our mental health, but I'm really excited about what we can do to help rebalance our nervous system and to get our stress response under control so we can be the best versions of ourselves every day and be what it is to be really human. So what I thought was really cool in our proof of concept work is that we were able
So what we're making is a tiny little bit of hardware that's going to sit in and on your ear, like these new Bluetooth headsets that you get, but it's going to measure your heartbeat, your electrocardiogram, and it's going to stimulate the vagal nerve. This is the nerve that controls the stress response, the rest and digest or the fight and flight mode. So we'll be able to measure and then modify your stress response.
The vagus nerve is this most magic, it's called the wandering nerve, and it connects all of your organs to your brain, and it's like an information superhighway. The only place in the body where the vagus nerve pops out externally is on the ear. So from the ear, we can stimulate the vagus nerve very gently with some small electric currents just around this area of your ear in particular. But the ear also is like this little biological USB port. We can collect a lot of data from just inside the ear canal, including heart rate patterns and brainwave patterns. And from those patterns, we've got some very interesting markers of stress. We can use that information to help personalize and tell you your stress response, and then we can treat it through an accurate dose of a little pulse stimulating where your vagus nerve pops out.
I'm not aware of this being done before, and that's interests me hugely, to be able to build something that's genuinely useful and is genuinely new.
As a professor of medical innovation, why do you feel this is the right time for Mindspire?
The number of patients who I've seen who have developed forms of migraine, which is stress related as a result of the COVID pandemic, is enormous. Any tool that we have that could reduce those symptoms would be incredibly useful.
For me, this is all about empowerment. It's about designing and building tools that will help people to learn to modify their own behaviour so they become knowledgeable about how the world affects them and what they can do about it.